think that's it. Well now, I'll say those worked quite well. Quite well indeed. I really like them. Actually, I think they... I'm not even sure I'd buy forks for a tractor for lighter work like that, lighter loads. There's a few things we could do to improve it. We'll go over that, but really, I think they're pretty good. Well, these worked quite well. I'm actually really happy with them. They did a really good job. A lot better than I thought they were going to do. And, I mean, for lighter work, they're perfectly fine attaching them to the bucket like this. I wouldn't go and lift really heavy things, or I wouldn't buy them thinking that you could. These ones are rated at 1,500 pounds, but the tractor is only rated to just over 1,000 or something like that. So, I mean, you could buy them that are all the way up to 4,000-pound forks, but I don't know. I don't know what tractor you do that with. It just seems nothing I would ever buy probably, but it just seems that yeah, it just seems that you're not going to do anything, nothing like that. If you need to work like that, you need a real forklift, or at least the attachment for it and take the bucket off. But for a cheaper solution, if you just need to move things around, pallets or empty pallets, or lumber or things like that, or like those railroad ties like we were moving around, I think they're perfect for that. One thing I will recommend though, if you do get these, and I'm actually going to go buy them and install them on here for when we use these a little more, you actually have these slots right here. I'll just bring you in here so I can show you. All right, so really there were two reasons why I bought this this specific set of forks. One, it has the spreader bar. Shipping was pretty quick, by the way, but it has the spreader bar, which is important. It helps keeps the forks from doing one of these kind of things. And also, once you have the bar kind of set, it makes installing and taking these off just a little bit nicer. You don't have to takes a little bit of the guesswork out. Also, I think it adds a little strength. The other reason, too, is this hole right here does two things. One, it's actually a slot for a chain, and there's one underneath the fork, too, exactly like it. And it's so you could throw a chain and a binder on this and wrap your bucket with a chain. And what that does, it gives a little more support for these guys so that you're not just relying on this bottom piece of steel on your bucket. A little more stable, a little stronger that way, and just helps protect your bucket, to be honest. That's really what that's for. So I'm actually going to go buy a set of chains and binders here pretty quick. I just did it for this little quick test. I wanted to see what they could do, if they would be worth keeping. The other thing is you could throw a piece of 2x4 in here, and that's for like fallback protection so you don't have stuff kind of fall on you. I'll be honest, I probably won't use that because you're going to have chain running up through here, and so I don't really plan to use anything. I don't really plan to put anything super big on these forks, just move things around that are a little bit too much for me to move, and if I have a lot of it. And that's kind of really what they're for. So I think they're excellent though. Okay, so there you have it. They're the forks. I think they're pretty good for what they are. Like I said, I wouldn't put any huge heavy loads on them. They're not really built or designed for that. If that was something I was going to do, I would have actually just got a whole attachment for the tractor. But for the price, for my use for them, you really can't go wrong. I'm just looking to move railroad ties around and lumber and stuff, and just building materials around that are on the lighter side. I wouldn't go loading full-on pallets with these things. I just don't think they're designed for it. And the tractor's really not built to carry that much of a load anyway. If that was something I wanted to do, I'd look at an attachment for the tractor, or I'd go look at some kind of forklift to begin with. So I think it really extends the usage of a tractor. I think it's a good little tool, good little implement for how expensive they are, or how cheap it is rather. And don't think you can go wrong if you need it. So it's better than huffing around railroad ties on your back or trying to drag them around by hand. I'll just say that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next video.